so please forgive some of the mess in the background. It's just me being chaotic. We're gonna go for a run. We're gonna go for a run. Do I feel like it? Weirdly, yes. And that's why we're doing it. I really feel called to run. It's probably just I'm missing running from my problems. That's what it is. I'm having withdrawal symptoms. I don't know, I'm feeling like it, but at the same time, I'm stressed. It's not the running so much as it is people. It's people. I don't want people seeing me. I don't have a car, so I can't drive somewhere to run. I just have to run within my local vicinity. And that's the part that freaks me out, because it's like, everyone like sort of knows me. Not everyone, but most. You know, when you're scared, then you exaggerate things. And but no, people know me as well. People do know me. You just have to choose to not give a fuck. But like, I'm finding that really hard. I'm finding that choice really hard. Anyway, look at my outfit. Yes, it's all Fabletics, not sponsored. No, I haven't shaved in like 5,000 years. I forgot again, but it doesn't matter, whatever. So here we are. Ugh. I wanted my long leggings, but I can't find them right now. Shoes that are like 3 years old. It's cute though, right? Not sponsored, obviously, because I'm a mini YouTuber. We're just starting out, but feel free, guys. Whenever I can do your athleisure modeling. Guys, what do you think? Fabletics? Fabletics? I'll tell you now. Yes, I'm very out there with this, but I really want to be sponsored by Fabletics and by Savage one day. Okay, thank you very much. Just putting it out there. Just letting you guys know. You know, is that type of thing. You don't ask, and that's definitely not gonna happen. Right? So this is me putting myself out there. Anyway, what am I doing here? Why am I not running yet? Good question. I have to do a warm-up, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of B-roll. We're running a little bit low on storage also, so I don't wanna like do too much. You'll probably get a disgusting shot of me running later. I didn't know whether to run in a hoodie. I don't know what people do. I'm like, I'm gonna get hot, so why would I wear a hoodie? But then I'm like, it's meant to be freezing outside and it might potentially rain, so maybe I should wear a hoodie. And also, if I wear a hoodie, I might feel a little more hidden. I tried to make a pun in my head, but that was just not gonna happen. I don't know, do I wear a hoodie? Anyway, warm-up time.
So the first exercise in this warm-up routine is all about the foot, ankle and calf region. We're going to use ankle rocks just to start to warm that whole area up. So using the wall for balance, your back so that your weight's on your heels and your forefoot's on the range of motion there. Grab the ankle and rotate. The rotation 2 and then release. Then we'll do the same on the other side.
Oh, that feels
1,
good.
2 and release. Try and keep the knee pointing forwards as we do this. So we're having you here rather than out here anywhere, if that makes sense. Release. Try and keep the knee pointing forwards as we do this. So we're having you here rather than out here anywhere, if that makes sense. 10 on the right, 2-second holds for each. But instead I want you to stay tall and focus on squeezing your butt, pushing your hips forwards. So this position, not this position. And then heel to opposite hip. If you get that right, you're in the right position. Okay, so 10 on each. So calf is something to push against. We're coming back into the position which will be similar to our calf stretch, and then pushing down, one and then the other. Push through the heel, push through the heel. If that is you,
yes, that's me.
Fly into this 100 miles an hour straight away. Take it very gently and build up. But we're going to be on the spot, so the other way. So we're going to be here and then on the opposite side.
What?
Driving left and right.
So satisfying.
And really starting to add a lot of rotation through the torso.
Oh, that's
20 of those, and we'll move on into the...
Who needs running? I'll just do this all day. This is so good. I get so much tension in like the lower back of my hips. I don't know if it's a Libra rising thing, because you know, I feel like what your rising sign is, and you know, like different signs, they rule different parts of your body. I really feel like what your rising sign is, it like so influences like your health and sort of stuff like that. I'm sorry if I'm doing it wrong. By the way, it's raining. I will be wearing a hoodie because I don't want to destroy my beats.
Using the wall is absolutely fine. You're going to gently draw the belly button in. You need to start to engage your core and focus on controlling this hip and pelvic region. And from here, I want you to gently just swing back and forth, and forth, through the outside leg relative to the wall. With these building as I go through these. Okay, allow yourself to feel a hamstring stretch. You kick back, you should simply working through 10 swings, back and forth on each side, and then we can move that into side-to-side swings. Now, with the side-to-side swings, you can do that using, again,
I've seen people in the gym do this.
Like this. Very gently to begin with, especially if you know.
How do I do this without?
And again, we're working very gently to begin with, especially if you know you have quite tight on each side, and side-to-side swings. Now, with the side-to-side swing,
oh, I can do it!
And especially if you
can't see what he's doing.
Tight muscles.
Hold on.
Kicking across, and then
I'm gonna break the couch!
by drawing the belly button in.
Oh.
Again, kicking across, and then
This does not feel right.
by drawing the belly button in. 10 of those on each side.
Sure,
and then finish
I got it.
Very gently. With
Oh
some
my
air squats.
god. Jeez. Do you see? It's being so deceiving. I'm gonna end up knocking the tripod. I don't know, I feel like I'm so doing this wrong. I probably have to hold my core like more stable, don't I? I just don't have a bloody dunda. What about hold the tripod? Ta, ta. No. Ta, ta. Ta, 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 ta. And I was lazy. Na, 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 na. Never gonna make it out from my run at this rate. No, I will. Optimism! Woo! I don't know why. This always happens whenever I'm exercising. Very rarely will I be miserable. I just want to be funny. Hold on. I could do this. I'm so doing this right. Something, this is not right. Ta. Uno. Dos. Tres. He's on his toes.
10 of those
Whatever.
on each side.
Yes.
So from here, pushing the hands forward.
What's
as
that?
You sit your butt back and down.
Oh.
Remember, keep your pushing your hands forward as you sit your butt back and down. Remember, keep your torso nice and upright. If you've been told that you need to work on your glutes and engage those butt muscles, check out the glute activation warm-up that I posted right over.
Hungry? What the hell is this timing? It's fine, I'm not gonna eat. But why before the run? Why are you gonna make me be hungry before the run? No. Okay, so I know it's funny, but I feel like my joints aren't like warm enough. So I'm doing something that I picked up from Jillian Michaels back in the day. Because I feel like whenever I run and I do minorly injure myself, it's always like my knees. So I'm doing this shit. I used to find it so funny. I mean, it's still funny. Especially when I'm at the gym with other people. Then it's really funny. You know, do you ever like try to look cool at the gym? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Me, my form, my technique. Ooh, bang on, baby. And then you do some shit like this. And you're like trying to convince yourself you still got it. Oh yeah, professional. It feels so good. Like it just opens you. Okay, we gotta run. We gotta run. We gotta. I'ma run. Ready? I actually feel more confident in this, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just fucking do it. Let's go. He's covering my pants so I look like I'm naked. Here I am, practicing having the confidence and audacity to run. Not gonna lie, the fact that it's raining helps. Less people around. Still people in cars. Idiots apparently. I'm at a zebra crossing. Just when I think they've stopped, this guy literally like runs into me. I mean, look, on another day I might laugh, but man, I don't understand. It's a zebra crossing. I'm a human being in broad fucking daylight. I touched the car, he stopped, but I literally gave him this look like, who does that? Anyway, grateful to be alive. Let's keep it moving. I'm stressed we're gonna run out of storage. So there's this area that I go to, or I used to go to back in the day. When I was like 15 through to like 17, 18, I used to run here, especially during exam season. There's always this area that I used to find the most challenging every time because it was the last end of the lap.
So that's where I'm walking. And once I get to that post, we're back at it. Man, I forgot. You know that sick feeling you get when you're doing cardio? Oh, it's good though. That's what I came for. Let's do it. Bitch, we got a little blood shitting over here. Yeah, it's real nice. I'll be fine. Just breathing it out. Slowing it down. And in a minute, get back into it. Pay a little more attention to our pace and our breathing. If anyone else has any tips, like you're a runner, let me know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just going faster than walking. And speed walking. I'm trying to remember to breathe. That's it. You have some tips? You let me know. Starting out slowish, I guess. Just have to keep moving. The last part that I always find the hardest, where I always have to push extra hard. We're running it. I walked a bit whilst I was vlogging. Just gotta keep moving. I want to do one more lap, and I'll be really proud of myself. Already proud of myself. Oh yeah, let's go. My Lift Bitch playlist on Spotify. Gotta check it out. My goal, to run the whole lap, even if it's slow. I want to run it. No walking. Who's gonna carry the boats? I did it. I wanted to vlog the last part. Then I was like, no, I need this time for me. I gotta do this for me. So I didn't vlog. But you gotta remind yourself, these thoughts that come up, oh, I feel so sick, oh, I can't do it, I can't, you know, whatever. It's not real. It's not real. You can choose to ignore that. Well, you're gonna stop because you feel sick, you know? Like, that's how you gotta kind of run with yourself. And also remember, like, I don't know, this is just a thought that came to mind, but overcoming the human condition is sometimes our biggest challenge. So, I don't know. Just trying to remember as a metaphor, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and try to not get run over. Jesus Christ.
Okay, look at me experimenting with the angles and all of that. I didn't know what looks better. This, okay, not that, obviously not that. It's just frazzled. I have to wash it today. So I made some notes, not in my book because that's upstairs. And so I'm just gonna talk through what I wrote down. So number one, I'm still startled by the whole car thing. It did bother me, but whilst I was running, I just tried to obviously focus on running and all that. But yeah, I think anyone would be a bit startled. Like, it's not like I got hit by the car, but like it went into me. Like it fully went into me, and I gasped. And I had my headphones on, so I didn't hear myself gasp. But I think it was straight up one of those moments where I was like, this bitch is running me over. I'm gonna die. So it just kind of made me feel like really insignificant and invisible. It's like, look, I know I put the hoodie on because I didn't want to be seen, but at least see like a little bit of me. Like, I still got my legs out, man. Come on. I'm not fully trying to hide. It's like, you can't say I wasn't there. I was there. Wait, isn't that a song by the Weeknd? I don't know. Anyway, just if you're a driver, look, I made this mistake too when I was learning, but when you're not learning, especially, can you please just, this goes for me too, obviously, like what I'm saying, it's not just like for you. If you're driving and there's a zebra crossing, please check, are there any pedestrians nearby? Look at the pedestrians. Do they look like they want to cross the road? If that is the case, am I doing anything to slow down or stop? And if the answer is no, and these pedestrians look like they want to cross, do you want to go to jail? Is that the situation? Anyway, that's the first point. Second point, I did my stretching. I feel my quads. It's a good feeling. I miss that feeling of like, oh yeah, I worked hard. The other thing, I finished my strawberries and cream protein. My protein, if you want to sponsor me or any other sponsors, guys, come through. I'm here. I'm ready. Your girl's ready to work. Let's do it. But yeah, no, my favorite flavors, I haven't tried all of them. I've tried quite a few because I ordered so many last December. I think there was a sale or something. I just went a bit crazy. But out of all of them, I like strawberries and cream and chocolate, mint chocolate or whatever that is. Those two, not together, but those two are my favourite ones I tried. It's been a minute since I like properly worked out. The birds are eating again. That came in like a wreck. They look like Miley Cyrus. Because they're swinging on the thing like... Anyway. Sorry. It's been a minute since I like properly... Why do you feel wonky again? Is it just me? Is it all in my head? I haven't consistently worked out for a while, and the last time I consistently worked out, my life was a little bit different, and I was, I guess, still in the earlier days of healing from something. And at the time I was also dealing with a lot of suicidal feelings, and working out and exercise was my only release. That being said, I still missed it so much. As I've expressed it, like I miss the gym so much. Even now, I miss the gym so much, and it's a matter of finances for me. And I just kind of looked at it. I was like, I can't. What am I gonna? Okay, yeah. Like either I pay for it, you know, or I find an alternative. Because sitting on my ass all day, it's not gonna make me the happiest version of myself. It's not. Like me just sitting here and reminiscing about all of that, it's not going to help anyone. And working out doesn't have to belong to just the past version of me. It can belong to present me and future me too. It's just about adapting and working with what you have. And I have this side to my brain which is always trying to find like the most optimum, perfect solution to things. And it can hold me in good stead. Like in a professional environment, I'm very good at sort of... not negotiating necessarily, but like finding a solution that satisfies many problems. And I mean, it'll be perfect, but it's the best sort of compromise I can find. But when it comes to my life and my personal life, I find solutions that can't always be that sort of all-encompassing. You have to tackle things as they are and be more straightforward and decisive about things, and be like, you know what, it's not perfect. I don't have a home gym or something like that. Like I have dumbbells upstairs, which is great, and I would love to incorporate that at some point, but they only go up to a certain point. But then am I going to let that hold me back? So, okay, let's work with dumbbells, but how do we want to incorporate it? Is there a way we can still measure our progress? Do we want to measure our progress, or is it just a matter of just going outside and moving and making it a lifestyle? Like what's the deal? So I don't know. I'm still in like the early days of getting back into fitness. All I know right now is I felt like going for a run. I went for one and I survived. And it made me feel better. I had some porridge. That was good. My plan for the remainder of the day is honestly just like editing and sorting out a couple of storage things and a few chores around the house, and I'm going to be calling a friend, which I'm looking forward to. I'm feeling more optimistic, that's for sure. I said that this would definitely be my eat the frog task. You ever forget how challenging working out can be? Kind of like birth, I guess you could say. Not that I've given birth, but you know how people say like, oh, you forget how painful it is, so you get pregnant and then you do it again, you're like, what was I thinking? It's kind of like that, but for me, I think because I've always liked working out, it doesn't feel so bad that I'm like, ah, fuck, I used to do this, and then I get over it and we're fine. But yeah, sometimes I honestly look at myself, you know, I'll be honest, I don't understand. I mean, my younger self would very much be I was obsessed with the gym. I can get obsessed with the gym and pushing myself and all of that. Not just my younger self, like this few months ago self version of me. I'm like, yeah, I love the gym. I could, you know, and then I'll get back to it and I'm like, this is the most disgusting thing in the world. How could I want to do this for the rest of my life? I don't... Like, and then I'll have all these thoughts like, nah, I'm not meant for this. Like, I'm literally running, I'm like, this is disgusting. I'm never moving again after this. I'll like, all these sort of visions I have of myself being like a MILF. They just go out the window. I'm like, fuck this shit. I hate it. I'm just gonna be fat. I don't care. I can't do this. It's, yeah, I don't know. Like, do you ever get that? Or something like that. It's hard. Like, but now I'm sat here and I'm like, Micah, that's bullshit, you're fine. They were just thoughts, they're not real. I wanted to add that I do feel more stable and more glowy. Maybe I look more glowy. What do you guys think? It's the sweat. I thought I looked more glowy. No, I definitely feel more stable and more glowy. I think something to do with the hormones, obviously. That could be leading to the glowy thing. But the stable thing, I think, comes from this feeling of having a level of focus. When I got to my last lap, and I was at the tail end of it, you know that area where I said, like, I really pushed myself in this area? I couldn't even, you know, it gets to that point, you know, when you're running, when you're working out, where you're like, just do the move, just do the move, just keep moving your feet, or you just don't stop moving. That's the only thing you can focus on. And then all you can see is, because I wanted to film for you guys, but I was like, no, I can't even do it. I need to just be here and focus. And all I could allow myself to see in order to keep going was that sort of line. That's where I want to go. That's my destination. Everything else is like irrelevant. And you just go. And that, when you practice that, so that could be that running thing, that could be when you're in the gym and you're doing that like squat or whatever, it's like, just get yourself up. Just get yourself up. Do the form, do the thing you need to do to get yourself up. When your brain goes to that sort of, relentless cutthroat place, is it cutthroat? I don't know. That like hardcore point with yourself where it's like, everything inside of you is screaming, I can't do this, I can't, ew, disgusting, make it stop. And the only way you can sort of have command over that is to go into this state of like hyper focus, where it doesn't matter if you're making animal noises, it doesn't matter what faces you're pulling, it is just you and what you need to do. And that is something that's really hard to witness in day-to-day life without exercise, I feel, at least in my personal experience. There have been things where I've had like deadlines and stuff, and I do enter a space like that, and I have a lot of respect for myself when I'm able to do that, but it's hard. And it's not just a flow state, it's like flow state but on steroids. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. And the way I could describe it is sort of like sharpening a pencil. It's like you wake up, you sharpen your pencil, and then for the rest of the day, your pencil's kind of good to go, in a way. Like, let's just say, obviously, the pencil doesn't run out, you're not, like, scribbling. But it's about sort of sharpening your tool, which is your mind. When you're able to get to that point, that's, I think, what makes it eat the frog. I don't know where that saying actually comes from, but I think that's what makes it sort of like that, where you have overcome this extremely difficult thing, which is mostly mental. You pushed your mind there, and then that lays the foundation for the remainder of the day. And the thing is what also is good about this, if you practice... Ooh, is that a white pigeon? Quel interessant. When you practice that, it becomes a part of your identity. So even if you go like a week, see, for me, I've gone many weeks in the past, whether it be recently or prior to that, where I have not worked out a lot. I can still identify as a strong woman. I can still identify as a strong person. I can still identify as a hardcore bitch when I need to be, because I've seen myself like that. It's ingrained in my personality, and I know I can bring that out in myself. I know she's there, and I love that about working out. I love who it makes you, and I miss seeing that side of me, and I definitely want to bring it back, and not just for like a short-term thing, but like I want to make exercise a part of my life again. It makes me feel better about myself and about my life. But yeah, I think it's a very useful tool as well, and I want to see how I can incorporate it in my day-to-day, and that too earlier in the morning. I'm going to need some time, obviously, to have a little think, but again, it might just be about considering not what do I need to do for the next 20 years, but what am I just going to do for the next week to get myself moving and push myself first thing in the morning. See, if I danced first thing in the morning, although dance is very fun, it's more of a creative, fun activity for me as opposed to a hardcore mental thing. And the feeling that gives me this sharpened pencil feeling is the hardcore thing. So what hardcore thing can I do to sharpen the pencil every morning so that I feel better prepared to handle the rest of the day? I feel like this whole thing has sort of been a process of teaching myself how to be happy, because I'm editing every day, and like I said, it makes me feel more accountable, and I become a lot more aware of the time and what I'm doing and how much progress I'm making. I think when you work on a monthly basis, or if you never upload, then it's very easy to sort of bury your head in the sand and pretend that you're making progress and lie to yourself. But when you're actively posting, you really get to witness whether or not you're making that 1% difference every day, or if you're taking that step further or not. And it's very interesting to me also when I'm editing. I get to monitor my attitude and my level of optimism, I guess you could say, towards the day and towards my life. Process of teaching myself how to be happy starting from within. And that's truly the case. I mean, there are very few external things right now that can make me happy. I'm not in a position where I can run. Genuinely. You know, I live with my parents, so there's a certain way that I sort of, you know, obviously have to behave. I can't be like just a young person in their 20s. And so as a result of that, there's no room to like be like, I fancy getting drunk this weekend with my friends. None of that. My sister, like, it's different because she's still at uni. For me, not really. I'm in a different stage of my life. So there's that, you know, dating or whatever. It's not that I couldn't do these things, but it's just because of where I am in my life stage, there's not much space for that. And there's just not much external stuff that I can't really escape. I don't have money right now. So, and whatever money I do get, I have to save towards like important things. So there's no sort of, let me blow it up here, or let me be immature like this. Like that, I can't do that. There's no way to run. If I try to run, I'm only digging a deeper hole for myself and for my family. I feel an immense amount of responsibility, and sometimes it scares me. Yeah, absolutely. But I feel more equipped to handle it now than I would have perhaps 5 years ago. So it's okay. But because of that, because of the position I'm in, I'm really forced to look at myself and my life and see, okay, what are we doing? And how do we feel about it? And how can we find systems that work for us? I do feel happy. It's okay. I'm good. It's not, life isn't perfect. The perfect is an illusion anyway. It's a bit of a lie, I think, at times. So when you remove that version of perfect, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. I got everything I need. And I'm right where I need to be. Absolutely. It's quite funny. I was thinking about how I'm 23 and my parents when they were my age. I've done this a couple of times where I like kind of compare because it helps me to understand where they're coming from. When my parents were my age, they were working. I mean, my mum was married like literally a few years after my age. So I told her many times, I was like, Mum, no, I'm a child. No, thank you. And she's like, that's fine, Micah. You don't have to do things when I did them. But I think there's definitely, my parents are a bit confused sometimes when they look at me because I'm not a very conventional 23-year-old. And I'm most certainly not like them. At my age, they were both a lot more responsible, a lot more head on their shoulders, know what they want to do, adulting adults. I'll let you in on something. They're both Virgos. Yeah, if you know a Virgo, you know what I mean. These guys just seem to have their shit together from a young age, so yeah, it's fine. But I think also because of that, I really, like, I embrace the fact, look, it's gonna take me a minute to grow up, and I think that's personality and also childhood trauma that I'm recovering from. Yeah. I don't think that I could even fully recover from it until very recently, because I was still looking for something, and I was subconsciously looking for it in my late teens and early 20s still. And I got to this point this year where I realized that what I was looking for, I was never gonna get. Not in the way I wanted. And that was devastating. But it's okay. And I think because I'm the adult me now, I have the head, I have the know-how and the wisdom to know what I need to do and take care of myself. That sort of hole, or that gap or void that I was subconsciously looking to fill by not growing up, now I fill that void. And it's a process, and I'm doing that now. I'm learning how to do that now. And I think we all have that, you know, like to some level where there's something we felt we missed or we needed growing up, whether we're aware of it or not, and we sort of spend the rest of our lives trying to figure out how to compensate for what other people couldn't give to us. And I don't stay in a place of anger. I did when I was younger. Resentment and just constantly feeling let down. I still had a big sort of childlike hope about me. Even this year. But I've accepted it. I've accepted it. And I can accept it because I am 23. And I am who I am now at 23. Meaning that what my environment can give me, I will be grateful for it and I will receive it graciously. I will never, I'm not going to look at it and be like, yeah, everything's amazing and everybody's perfect and life is always so amazing. No, if people mess up, if people do wrong, if I'm a human being that's getting hurt, I'm going to say something about it. But I don't feel the need to hold on to anger of what wasn't met and what people couldn't be and what I didn't get, because it doesn't serve me. And I'm old enough now to do for myself what could not be done for me. I can't remember how I started talking about this. Fuck, let me have a look. I never remember. I go off on a tangent. This is awful. I think I was basically saying how at my age, both my parents sort of had their shit together a bit more. And so on the one hand, yeah, that's what I was saying. On the one hand, I feel like, look, I'm just going to embrace where I'm at. I can't go back and change things. I can't go back to my 17-year-old self. I mean, there was so much. I look at my 17-year-old self and I look at some of the 17-year-olds around me. And a lot of people sort of had this more mature vibe about them, like they were just ready to realize their adulthood. Now it could have been a facade, it could have been like, oh well, this is just what's happening, and they adapted really quickly and well to it. I mean, good for them, good, because I sure as hell didn't. But and that was hard. But there was a lot, like I can't go back. It is what it is, and I had to learn the lessons that I had to learn. And I really feel now that once I'm in the job thing, once I'm adulting, there is going to be no stopping me. I really feel like that. I feel like I'm going to be that type of person where it's like elastic band or arrow type of shit. I actually really want to get a tattoo. There are quite a few tattoos I really want to get. But my dad will kill me. So maybe one day when I'm financially independent, but there's a tattoo I actually really want to get on this side. An arrow, like just a minimalistic arrow. But the symbol where you pull, like life pulls you back, but it's only pulling you back because you're meant to spring forward. I got that analogy from like one of Anilesita's videos, but it's an analogy that's just out there. Yeah, it was all meant to happen that way, and it might sound juju and all of that. That's fine, you can think that, but I really do feel that way. And it's like, honey, there's no stopping me now. I'm gonna be like 25, and my parents are gonna be like, oh, hold your horses, like we want that mature at your age. I don't think so, but so there's the side of it where it's like I embrace it big time. I mean, what's my alternative? Sit here and grieve and guilt trip myself. Oh, I should have been this. Oh, I could have been this. And no, that doesn't really achieve anything. So instead, there's a side of me which looks at it, and of course I do feel shit. And I'm like, look, I'm 23, right? I don't want to cause my parents grief, any more than necessary, any more than I already have. So I'm trying to get on with things. I'm trying to fix my shit, and I'm trying to get on with my life. And it's the least I can do, given how much they've invested in me and my sister, of course. But yeah, I want to make it worth it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not just I have to, yeah. I guess. Not, my parents aren't telling me that even at this point. They're just like, that's a whole other story. But I want to. Like I said, I realize how lucky I am, and I'll probably realize more as I get older and I'm their age and I have kids of my own maybe. But I realize how lucky I am, and when you have two parents, although imperfect, love you and show up for you and not give up on you, and I don't just see them as parents. I mean, I was saying this to my mom the other day. I was like, as I've gotten older, I don't just see you as parents. I mean, you're people. You're people. And if I had someone in my customer service job come up to me and tell me about their life, about things they're going through, or what they want to do with their life, I wouldn't look at them like, oh, but you're 50 something, you can't do that, or what, you deal with problems. Like, I wouldn't. They're just a person. They're just a person. And as I've gotten older, I do see my parents more as people. And that has been revolutionary. And revolutionary? Why do I come up with these big words? That's been helpful in many ways. But I guess one of the ways is that when you realize that you have two people that have done so much for you because they love you so much, you can't help but want to do right by them, you know? And maybe you don't. Maybe there are people that are watching that don't know. And there's nothing that I can do to go back in the past and change that for you. But that's why I don't want to take it for granted. Because there are people out there that don't have that. There are people out there that don't have that. That don't have that support system or love. And I really want to do right by my family. I might not get it right, and I might muck it up, and I put my foot in it, and I'm not the perfect daughter. Hardly. Actually, I think we've lost hope for that. But I still want to be a decent human, and I think that's the least that I can do. The last thing I wanted to say was, the best way to get over a problem is to move through it. Yeah. There was a lot of avoiding on my part when it came to feeling stupid in my past. I was afraid of confronting what I was afraid of. That's quite funny, isn't it? Makes sense though. I didn't face my fear, basically. But your fear is usually, it's something that triggers something within you. I think if I look back, if I could have a conversation with my younger self, I would drag shit out a bit. So where I would say, okay, so why aren't you doing this? And then my younger self would say, well, probably deny it at first. I'd be like, okay, no, for real, bitch, I know what you're up to. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not judging you. This isn't a judgment, but just be honest with me so I can help you. I'm on your side. Young me would still be stubborn and deny everything, but okay, let's speak about more mature me. She would say, I'm avoiding it because I'm scared. And I would say, okay, what are you scared of? I'm scared of looking and feeling stupid. I'm scared of feeling like I can't do it. I'm scared of never being good enough. I'm scared of always being stupid, always being seen as stupid. To that I would say, thank you for telling me. That's huge that you're able to understand that. But you got to understand that all of this is in your mind. And if you're scared of being stupid, the easiest way to avoid that is to study, to do the stuff that would make you anti-stupid, right? So this is where I take a page out of what Alex Hormozy once said. I can't remember what he was talking about, but he was talking about how we're able to focus a little bit more on the negative of things. So we know, in order to, for example, get fat, okay? To get fat, what do you need to do? You need to sit down, have a sedentary lifestyle, eat way too much, and eat way too much of the wrong foods. I don't know, maybe drink, just high calories in, low calories out effectively. right? You could add stuff to that, like how to ruin your health. So smoking, drugs, whatever, like add shit to that. So then surely how to be healthy or remain fit or slim would be to do the opposite of those things, right? So I would break it down and I'd say, look, you don't have to get it all from day one. The point isn't to get it all and to be perfect and to be smart on day one. If you were smart on day one, there'd be no point. Move through it. The fear is mostly in your mind, and on day one it's gonna feel like fear 99, you won. But that's the thing, you won. That's a step. That's better than you at 0, right? And then on day 2, fear 98, you 2. Fear 97, you 3. Every day fear gets a little less. Fear will still exist. Fear will always sort of exist. Fear is still an opponent. Jen, I don't know how you say her second name, Gottlieb on Instagram, I do love her talks. She did say something about making fear your friend in a way, and I agree with that. But let's just say that this is like a healthy competition, okay? Fear is always going to be an opponent for you, but it doesn't mean that you can't overcome it. It doesn't mean that you can't have the majority of the points, or whatever analogy you want to, like, whatever this is, sports, I don't know, sports, don't ask. It's going to feel like shit. It's going to feel like shit. When you go and you face your fear the first day, it's going to feel like shit. Let me tell you something. You know how much I love the gym? So much. I will go into this in my gym anxiety video. I really want to make that for you guys, or girls, or whoever. I really want to do that because I really struggle with that. But I'm gonna just say here, one of the things, I was obsessed with the gym for nearly a year. Obsessed. I would go to 4 or 5 classes a week. Actually, Les Mills, and I fucking love Les Mills. Fucking love that. If Les Mills, sorry, I probably shouldn't be swearing, but if Les Mills wants to sponsor me, oh my god, that would be amazing. I would do body attack on Monday, body pump on Tuesday. I think it was group cycling on Wednesday, then core, and then on Thursday I would hit it with grit strength and body combat. And my god, was I living my best life. But let me tell you something. For the first 2-3 months that I would go, this is a bit TMI, but hear me out. I would get so anxious that I would give myself the shits. Yeah. No coffee. I wouldn't have coffee, nothing. I would get so anxious, so scared to work out with other people, to take up space, to have a good time exercising. I would get so scared that I would ruin my fucking stomach. Can you believe that? Me, someone who's obsessed with the gym. Oh, my storage ran out. So I was basically saying it was rough. And when I say the first day feels like shit, I mean it. When you're doing things, when you're first starting doing something, like, think about it. Right now, think about it. What are you avoiding? What are you avoiding? Don't lie to me. Don't look here, that. No, I mean you. You. What are you avoiding right now? You procrastinate. Look, thank you. Thank you for flattering me with your attention. But my video can wait. You can go and do your activity or whatever it is you're avoiding. That walk, that chore, that piece of homework, whatever. That hour of work, trust me, it's not that long. It doesn't feel that long when you're lying in bed, does it? Yeah. Go and do it. I'm telling you. Look, I'm guilty of it too, obviously, which is why I can put myself in your shoes. But things, when you're first doing them especially, it's hard. When you're getting out of bed at like 5 a.m. in the morning, not that I do that much nowadays, let's be honest. But when you're first doing that, when you're first getting into working out, when you're first pushing your brain past what you think you can learn in a day, oh my god, you're like, I'm gonna explode. My body is going to collapse. It feels like shit. When you first, social anxiety, honey, I can tell you all about that one. Whew. When you first are trying to overcome it. Awkward moments? What's that? I don't know awkward. I just know moments that oh god. It was, it's shit, hun. It's shit. But soon you learn to laugh at it. Soon you learn to realize that this is just part of the journey. Soon this is the part of the journey that is actually the most rich and beautiful. You look at the movies, right? And they show some story of how someone overcame something, and I don't know, maybe you look at like Karate Kid. Okay, jacket on, jacket off. He was shit in the beginning, right? You know, I know that's a really lame example, but just that is what it is. Or when people are first starting out at something, it's not good. You first getting into facing your fear, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be perfect. Don't get me wrong, you could surprise yourself. It could actually, you know, it could go, you might have a fluke. It might actually, you might be better at it than you realize. But if you're afraid of it, it's probably because on some level, you know, okay, there's a part of this where I'm just gonna be really shit. I'm gonna have to confront something within myself which I don't like, which is gonna make me uncomfortable, gonna make everything feel like hell and torture, and I'm not gonna want to do it. But soon you're gonna get over that. Why? Because you're gonna get really, really fucking strong. The strength it takes to get yourself to day one is only furthered. Like, it's only, that's where it's at. You know, it's, if you can get yourself to day one, you will get yourself to day 100. Obviously, you're the one getting yourself there, so keep getting yourself there. But it takes an immense amount of courage to do that. Because, like I said, fear is still at 99 at that point. But you need to trust that with time, you're going to gain the points, the momentum, and eventually you're going to be like, yeah, fear's at 50, but who gives a fuck, so am I. You know? And you're going to, I don't know, my analogies are always a little cuckoo. But what I'm trying to say is in the beginning, when you're first getting into things, when you're first facing your fear, it's going to be very tempting to want to avoid them, go around the side, you know, maybe we'll go down there or that way, or a dark alley, but who cares, as long as I don't have to face the thing that's scaring me. No, go through it, you idiot, go through it, because you can handle it. And in the beginning you might be like, I don't know what I'm doing, but then you'll be like, okay, maybe I know what I'm doing, maybe no, I don't know what I'm doing, this is a bad idea, can I turn back? Not really, no. And then part of me doesn't really want to turn back. So let's keep going. Don't know what I'm doing. No, still don't exactly. Okay, but maybe I do. Oh, someone wants some advice. Yeah, okay, I can kind of maybe help them. Sure, yeah. Do I know what I'm doing? And then before you know it, you're at the end and you did it. And you're good. And you're basically a professional. I mean, there's always room for growth. But it's that initial getting there that is just crazy. It'll drive you crazy, but it'll be so worth it. And it's the juiciest, most exciting part of the journey, I feel. Like, look, say we take Karate Kid or whatever, right? I still remember there was that moment where he has that fight with the scary dude at the end. That fight with the scary dude would not have had such a, we were, I don't know what the writing terms are, but like, I know effectively they call it the climax and the whole storyline or whatever, but that climax would not have been so climactic without the build-up, right? I don't know, again, the term for that, but that's what makes your story, hon. You're not just gonna get to the, like, if you just got to the end, there's no joy, there's no satisfaction, there's no overcoming. And in our lives, we have to overcome shit. We have to face our fear. We have to be faced with the discomfort and everything that creates within us and all of that shit. And we're meant to move through it. And we're meant to become more refined, better individuals as a result of it. And you actually will. Like, there is no choice. You just will. You will, I mean, there are some scenarios, obviously, where people don't become better people because they don't give a shit or they're dealing with other stuff. But for the most part, especially if it's a challenge that you are taking on, hun, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. So stop acting like it. Stop acting like, oh no, if I do this, everything's gonna, oh no, the world's gonna come to, no, it's not. No, it's not, because there are people that have the same fear and they're out there doing it. And the world does not come to an end for them. In fact, it's just opened up even more, 10 times. Yeah, you can join them. It's not going to be that bad. You've got a whole community of people waiting for you. You know, go to the gym. Like, if I'm talking about the gym, you got to be a part of that. You got to be a part of the people that get it, you know? Like, what is that thing? What is that person that's at the finishing line for you? What do they look like? What is their personality like? That's waiting for you. All you have to do is show up to day one. Have the courage to show up to day one. Day two will still be scary, but you will absolutely be able to do it because you just did day one. You have evidence as well. I don't know. That was kind of everywhere, but I just wanted to have a little ramble about that and just say you can do it. You can do it. there is so much power in saying to myself, I can do it. We don't even realize how much we were playing in our heads, I can't do it. But that'll come out in different ways. Oh, but I'll just do this instead. Or maybe not for me. Like, it will come out in other phrases, but effectively what you're saying to yourself is, I can't do it. There is so much power in saying, I can do it. Start before you're ready. Start when you don't want to do it. Do it! Hey, Nike? Nike? Whatever you like to call yourself, if you guys want to sponsor me. We're just getting a little ambitious, aren't we? Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna edit and sort a couple of things, and that's it for now, and I'll check in with you later. Yeah. Bye. Okay, so we're back in my room. It's funny, I've actually been avoiding my room. Not because it's like bad or anything, just because I spent so much time in here. Anyway, we're in my room. I'm gonna be FaceTiming my friend, which I'm excited about. I've realized that I need to practice, this is gonna sound weird, but I need to practice intimacy. Yeah, because I think I was very good at being vulnerable with my best friend. But I feel like I need practice with my other friends, and basically reducing the level of formality I have with them, where I feel like I can only show myself if I have my shit together, or that I can only call them when I'm feeling okay about myself and my life. Whereas with my best friend, I have a lot more of a casual feeling, and yeah, I think I want to work on that, and feeling like it's gonna take time, yeah, but I do miss my friends. I do, and I think that my actions don't align with that. I like run away from it, and I want to deal with that because I miss them and I enjoy them, and I also then I think it would help me to feel more glowy, if you will, because yeah, life is incredibly fulfilling when you stop running and you look at yourself and you see, okay, what can I do to heal what needs to be healed and build what needs to be built and all of that. But life, the joy of life is not the same if you do it alone. And walking with people, and sort of walking with people that, you know, that aren't forced upon you. You choose them because they're good people and you like them. That's a different thing, and it's very special. So I am gonna try and work on being more open. I think I'll also say, like, I'm definitely feeling more confident after exercising, I'm not gonna lie, and also just spending so much time investing in myself and what I want to do. It really works wonders for your confidence. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling like I want to, like I said, put myself out there more and make moves. Okay, so it was really lovely to talk to my friend and just catch up. It's been a minute, and I mean, I actually quickly want to say a lot of my friends right now, they've graduated and they're job hunting, and it's so funny because I talk to them and all of them are experiencing the same thing of like being rejected, and anyone who's going through that, I just want to tell you, like, hang in there. Obviously I'm not in the same position, but I just want to say, hang in there, you're going to be fine. You know, just because, like, the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of my friends are going through this, and I've been like sort of like repeating advice, and I just want to say, like, you will be okay. I talk about all of this in like my other videos, like karma and all of that stuff, but as cliche as it is, sometimes rejection is redirection, or rejection is God's protection, and you're going to be fine. Literally, like, in 6 months or a year from now, you're going to be doing the perfect job for yourself, and at the time, you're going to look back and you'll be like, you have no idea what's in store for you, hon. You're fine. And I also want to say, like, you don't have to be making perfect progress in order to enjoy your life. You do not have to be achieving shit for your existence and day-to-day life to be valid. You can sit and slow down, and that's not a bad thing. And if you're doing nothing but trying your best, and the universe just keeps giving you rejections, it's because truly it's not meant to be. And if the universe wants you to slow down right now, it literally could be because
from like 6 months from now, you're gonna feel like you're running and you have no time to slow down. So just, it's okay, breathe, don't take the rejection personally, even if it feels that way. Feel shit about it, let yourself get down. Even one of my friends, another one of my friends, it wasn't a similar situation, but they went through something, and it was something that would compromise sort of like their public perception. It was something where they got really down, and I just want to say to people, like, life will certainly make you more resilient, but hang in there. Like, shit is not as important as we think it is. Seriously. Like, our insecurities, whatever it is, it's really not that big a deal. Life is so fucking short. You don't know how much longer you have. So just enjoy today, even if it's not perfect, even if you feel like shit. You know, you might feel like shit doing something, but just do something anyway. Get up, get out the house, get dressed, you know, not in that order, but do things. Enjoy today. Make the most of it. When you're young, like me included, but I'm kind of like getting over it at this point, we give so much importance to things that are just so unnecessary. It's so not fucking important. So get over it and get over yourself and go and do something that's actually good for you. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Fucking keep your chin up. Like, this message isn't just after talking to my friend. This is just in general after just seeing this in my peers, where I think, yeah, I am very resilient. And a lot of my peers are too. Absolutely. My friends are, absolutely. And I fucking love that about them. But at this point, it's so funny because it's like, I want you to see the strength you have in you. I want people to see the strength they have within themselves. You are so much fucking stronger than you think. Don't let anybody or anything get you down for long. Seriously. You get a rejection, so what? So, keep moving. That does not determine how valid you are as a person or what you've got to offer. Fuck it. Get over it. Get over it. You know, like, you'll get down for a minute, then you fucking pick yourself back up. If you made a mistake, you made a mistake. Go and learn from it. But keep it moving. Keep it moving. Because life ain't gonna stop, honey. So why are you stopping? Keep going. Anyway, that's just a separate little thing I want to say. But what I actually wanted to come in and show you was recent updates. Look at this. Hold on. What? From one run? Hello? Guys, you see that, right? Oh, I literally have my ass in the camera. What? What? Anyway, I just want to come share that because I thought it was pretty exciting. I'm gonna get into running now. No, I'm kidding. I mean, actually, yeah, I actually do want to do this more often. But I need a shower earlier on the day because look. Anyway, I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna shower, and it's late. But I don't want to make it too late, so I'm gonna go and get my human things done. And I'm gonna edit, and that's it. I'm gonna put the dishwasher on. Oh, I have to do that. I have things to do. I'm gonna go and do those things. But we will check in later. See ya. And please tell me out of 10 how you think. If I'm looking really bootylicious. I think I am. Okay. I'm whispering because people are sleeping and I don't want to wake them up. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. But we're showered. I'm gonna go to bed. Today is Sunday, and it actually occurred to me that, oh my god, I'm so trippy. I'm so tired that I'm tripping out. Like, I don't know. What a great extra. Wow, she's tired. Sorry, focus. So, let's get. Lighting is so oh, I can't. Wait, really? Oh, ew. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. So, today is Sunday. Okay. Do you know what that means? That means it's day 10. That means it's the last day, which is astonishing to me. It has flown by, and I think it's because I've been not super present and aware, but like I've been paying attention to every day, and I think I've just been entering this like constant flow, which is really dope, you know? Day 10. I'm quite proud of myself, I have to say. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself. Day 10. The thing is, I knew I could do it because I set myself a challenge back in like June or July where I was like, I want to see if I can edit and get everything up every alternate day for a month. And I did, and it got me into the habit. And I wasn't just editing, I was doing other stuff, but like the fact that I built that into my day, me being like saying to myself, oh yeah, I want to do this for 10 days, it was no issue really. Like, I, of course, in the beginning, in the first video you guys would have seen, like I was like, I'm not sure how I'm gonna end up structuring this, I don't want to be careless and like end up asking too much of myself. But lo and behold, I will admit right now editing is getting a little tiring at times. I do have to get myself to sit down and do it. When I'm in it, I'm fine, and I realize like if this is as hard as it gets, I think I'm good. Like, obviously I'm going to keep pushing myself, I'm going to keep learning. I really want to get better. I know that I've got a long way to go, but having studied at uni, I can say hand on heart there are definitely more difficult things to do, so it's okay, and I'll gladly do it. But yes, on more exciting times, I will be going to bed very soon. I just have a couple of things to sort out, but I made a list of things that I want to do on day 10. I don't want to get too ambitious and too crazy, and of course at the end of the day we'll do a measurement to see how much steadier and glowier I'm feeling overall, and what I believe impacted that change the most. Of course, all of this is a very subjective experience, but that's okay because all of it was subjective to begin with. How I felt and my interpretation of my feelings was subjective. It was a subjective experience, so I don't think we really need to worry too much about what it was exactly and scientifically and all that. It's just about, do I feel better? What do I feel were the things that made me feel better, and what are the things that, based off of that list, I feel I can maintain, and what can I chuck out and be like, yeah, sure, I don't feel I really need that, you know, and just a sort of evaluation of everything. But one thing I know for sure is that I don't want to stop this, so we're not going to be carrying on with day 11 or anything like that. Day 10 is it for this series. Damn, she's doing a series? I love that. That's exciting. But I'm going to start something else. It's not going to be a series, at least as from what I've thought of so far. But I guess we can call it like phase 2, something like that. And that's going to commence Monday. Because I'm insane. And I have nothing better to do. So you guys will see that probably within the next couple of weeks. Yeah. Just let you know it's bonkers, and I need to plan out a little bit more. But today, I mean just because it's past midnight, I have some things written down that I have to do, but that notebook is downstairs. But aside from that, the things that are sort of like non-negotiable for me: an ab workout, doing my chores, again, like I said, finishing up that plan, and then prepping episode 1 and 2, and then editing episode 5 and 6 of this series. So I've edited up until 4. I was working on 5 today, which is just proving to be a very long task. But yeah, I just need to like proof watch episode 1 and 2 and get them scheduled and ready to go. I'm like praying everything works well, and I'm very grateful for everything being good and seamless, touch wood, so far. And I really want to do this, and if you're someone that's not me watching, I don't even know who I'm making this for anymore. I don't know, actually. Like, part of me is making it for you guys, because obviously I talk as if I'm talking to many people, but at the same time, it's one of those things that even if I just posted it, and sure, if I got no views or anything, yeah, a little part of me would be like, damn it. But at the same time, it is for me. It's for me. And it's not to prove video consistency. I mean, don't get me wrong, editing this has been harder than editing the previous videos from earlier on in the year, but it's not the video consistency, it's the other forms of consistency that I've had to show to myself, and the effort that I've had to put in, and the level of accountability. It's a big old love letter to myself, I guess. Like I said, the whole process is sort of like me teaching myself how to be happy, and it's really nice to have a way to track it and seeing myself reflect and grow, reflect and grow, reflect and grow. My self-improvement now has become less of a theory, and it's become more of a form of, or multiple forms of daily action that I take, and that's really exciting to me. I feel like I'm living, and I think that's why I feel better about putting myself out there, whether it be socially, romantically, internetly. It's because I'm building this sort of confidence within myself where I don't feel like I need to run from myself, and because I don't feel like I need to run from myself, or I feel like I'm not running from myself, I don't feel the need to hide myself from other people as much either. Because I don't feel as much shame and fear. Because every day I see myself, every day I wake up, I choose to see myself. So anybody anything says or judges me for, really, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know. You know, like, I know. I'm working on it. It's okay. I'm good. And it's a work in progress, I'll be honest. I still, like, even like on dating apps and stuff, I still have this thing sometimes where I'll put people on a pedestal. I'm like, bitch, calm down. You don't know the full story, honey. And I'm just reminding myself, like, I'm not all bad. I can be good company. I'm okay. I'm kind, or at least I try to be. I'm a decent listener. I'm okay. I don't have to keep avoiding who I am. I don't have to keep disliking myself and all of that. And when I do all of this for myself, like showing up and saying I'm going to do this and then doing it, it just further proves that to me, that I just want to keep betting on myself, regardless of how other people feel. Anyway, that's it. That's today. Catch you on day 10. If a year ago version of me could see present me. There's a lot that a year ago version of me had that present me would want to still be experiencing. That's okay. I would rather be who I am now than be her. Any day. See you tomorrow.